Welcome back to Where You Watching? Hey! Come on. International break this weekend, boo. But for once, some actually interesting Nations League football. Yeah. So that is mainly what we're going to cover. And obviously, Thomas Tuchel's first game in charge of England as well. We're going to quiz all about it. On my right, it's Ben Hook. Come on.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Ben. Thanks for being here. And on my left, it's Jem.
Hey.
Wow. Nothing for Jem at all. Horrible.
What did
Finn.
I do, guys?
You were late, actually. All we had to do was play darts for 25 minutes.
Oh,
disgusting.
Horrible. Really hard.
Just wanted to do some work, you know.
You guys know how this works by now. I've picked 3 games from this weekend's international football action. We're going to do 3 questions on each and then an on the buzzer round to finish. Boys, if you're ready, we'll get into it. You guys play along at home. Let's quiz.
So ready.
First game of the weekend that we're going to quiz about then is England's 2-0 win over Albania. Not the best of games, but a win nonetheless for Thomas Tuchel in his first game in charge. It was a game to remember for one person in particular, young man Miles Lewis-Skelly, making his England debut. His goal to put England 1-0 up meant that he's the youngest player to score on their England debut. Who held the record previously?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Directly before, who held the record?
Really lovely goal. Bellingham was good.
The assist is a fantastic
assist.
assist.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I don't think Rooney scored on his debut. It was against Australia. He came off the bench.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Ben has got an answer down and a big old question mark as well.
Next to another one, yeah. I'm torn because I don't know whether it was his debut, but I remember him scoring early on.
Jem, I'm going to come to you first. Who have you gone for?
I've gone for Marcus Rashford.
Gone for Marcus Rashford. Ben, who have you landed on?
Theo Walcott.
What's you thinking with Theo Walcott? Because that's a long time ago.
Yeah, he didn't play at the World Cup. When he got called up, he didn't play. But I think in the period afterwards, I think he scored in the qualifying campaign. I don't know whether it was his debut or not.
He was only 16 when he went to the World Cup, wasn't he?
So I've sort of gone with just how young he was when he was in the England fold. That record being really long-standing because of how young he was.
Jem, you are absolutely spot on. It is Marcus Rashford who scored against Australia in 2016.
Oh, lovely.
Who's 33 days older than Miles Lewis-Skelly, scoring a couple of days ago. Very good. Good start for Jem. 1-0.
Wow.
Question number 2 then. There was a second goal and it was scored by Captain Fantastic Harry Kane. He's had 104 appearances for England. What did that goal take his tally to? How many goals has he scored in those 104 appearances?
I'm fairly certain I know this.
It was pretty well reported.
I've added 1 to the number that I think he said in the run-up to
good
the
maths
again served me well.
Ben sounds confident.
I've taken a punt.
Okay, well, I'll come to you first then. What have you gone for?
I've gone for a sort of 2 goals every 3 games ratio, 67.
67, high 60s. Ben, what have you gone for?
I've gone for 70.
You've gone for 70 and you thought it was 69.
Yeah, I think it was 69 before the game.
The answer is 70 exactly. Point to Ben. Very good. Good logic.
Paying attention. Let's go.
Final question of this one then, before we get into the really exciting games of the weekend. The possession split. England, very dominant. What was it? Had a lot of the ball.
Across the whole game.
Across the whole game. Only scored twice, but they were thoroughly in control, according to the possession stat.
I've stopped looking at possession stats after seeing Southampton dominate the ball for the entirety of the first half of the season and just lose by 4 or 5 goals. It's just like the only stat that matters. On the top left-hand corner of the screen.
So true, Ben. Okay, boys, you both got answers down, and they're pretty similar. Ben, I'll come to you first this time. What have you gone for?
76%.
For England, yeah?
For England, yeah.
Which would leave?
24%.
Very good. Didn't take long
Thank
at all.
you.
Jem, what have you gone for?
I've gone for 73-27.
73-27. I can tell you, you're both very close. So I am going to give it as closest wins. The number that I have is that England had 74.1, which means Jem just about takes it.
Come on.
Good effort, boys.
Yeah.
For 2 calculated guesses, I think you've done very well there. Good stuff. What a start for Jem. He leads 2-1 at the end of our first game as we go into, well, the next one. Ooh. Game number 2 then of this week's quiz was Spain versus the Netherlands. Absolutely thumping game. 5-5 on aggregate, with Spain eventually progressing through on penalties. Question 1, speaking of penalties and excluding the shootouts, how many were there? How many penalties were there in the game, excluding the penalty shootouts? You've both gone in very quickly. Ben, what have you gone for?
I've gone for 2, but I don't know, my brain has just farted there massively.
I've gone for 2 as well. This is real stab in the dark territory.
Boys, it's not 2, it's actually 3. 1 for Spain, 2 for the Netherlands, and then obviously the shootout as well. No points there. Question number 2. It was a milestone evening for one Netherlands player as they made their 100th appearance. Who was it?
Trying to think who's been around in that Netherlands team for ages.
Yeah, there's quite a few younger players in there at the moment, but one more senior player made his 100th appearance. Feel free to think out loud. There's probably, you'll head in the right direction, I'd have thought.
Yeah, there's not many thoughts up here at the moment. I mean, there's one I can think of, but...
I was leaning towards Van Dijk. I haven't gone for him at the moment, but I might change. Because the guy that I've picked has been around for a little while. And this is usually when Henry nods at me and goes, oh no, don't change it. But
I'm not Henry. Who's Henry?
Joel doesn't like me as much as Henry does.
We don't know if he's even coming back. We've not heard from him.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks.
No, didn't even comment on the last quiz.
He said, the only person I want to hear from at work is Ben, when he left.
That sounds unlikely.
No,
that sounds really, really unlikely.
I'm not buying that.
Jem, who have you gone for, mate?
I don't know. I had Van Bommel in my head for some reason. I know he's long gone. I can't think of anyone else who's long standing, long gone from the squad.
Okay.
So who have you actually put?
I've gone for Van Dijk just because I can't think of anyone else.
Okay, Ben.
I went for Dumfries. I feel like Van Dijk had already got there, maybe.
Well, I thought that.
Dumfries was the one that I thought had been... in my head, he's been playing for Holland for years and years, but he might be younger than I think.
Yeah.
You might kick yourselves, boys. It's Memphis Depay.
Ah, he's played 100 times for them.
100 times.
Wow.
100 against Spain.
He's still getting in.
Yeah, still getting in. He started.
We scored.
Walking in. Memphis.
I actually quite like that. I'm not, I'm not
That's
cutting
the second
that.
week on
I'm
the
not cutting
bounce.
that. I quite like that. Still no points in this round then. Question 3. Name the player who represented the Netherlands at under 17s, 18s and 19s who started for Spain last night.
Please don't mark me down for spelling his name.
He's been quite a focal point in recent weeks in the Premier League.
Oh!
So there's a clue for you. Ben has gone straight in with an answer.
The correct answer. He's got a really distinctive look in terms of what he wears on the pitch and how he wears it.
And quite a distinctive name. It is a name that if you looked at it, it is Dutch.
Doesn't scream Spanish.
Doesn't scream Spanish. Ah! Spanish!
Spanish!
What have you gone for, Jem?
I've put Mikel Merino because Mikel's such a Spanish name. Just because I know he got into the squad late, I know it's not him.
Ben has an answer and it is the correct answer. What is it, Ben?
Huijsen?
It's Dean Howson? Howson, Bournemouth centre-back.
Is he representing Spain now?
So yesterday was his second appearance. So it's very recently. I think he switched allegiances last year, 2024.
He's a chill guy.
So a point to Ben, finally, to kick us off in match day 2. I think that leaves us currently with 2 points each.
It's a Desmond.
It's a Desmond
2-2.
as we go into the last game. Right then, guys, third game of this weekend's action. It's Germany 3, Italy 3, an absolutely thumping game. Question number 1. The son of which Italian legend started the game? New to the squad, Ben's gone straight in with something and has apparently changed his mind.
Yeah, I'll stick with my original answer because I know he has a son that plays in and around that level of football, I think.
If he's anything like his dad, he'll do very, very well for himself.
Yeah, because his dad was an Italian legend.
Ben's got an answer. He's going to stick with it. Try and pluck one, Jem. You might be right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of an Italian player who's got a son now.
Honestly, I would just try and think of some Italian legends. Don't even worry about whether they've got kids, because who's paying that close attention?
Yeah, I don't know that much about
Bit weird, wouldn't it?
their personal lives. I've got one.
Jem, who have you gone for?
Of Cannavaro.
Cannavaro. It's not Cannavaro. Ben?
I went Maldini.
Maldini.
Has he got a son? Is it Daniel Maldini? No?
Daniel Maldini.
Yeah.
Very good,
Let's
Ben.
go.
He too was making his second appearance for Italy last night. Plays up front for Atalanta.
Yeah.
In fact, or attacking midfield for Atalanta. One of them. Very good, Ben. Good start.
Thank you.
2 points on offer for this one.
Oh, no.
Mixing it up. We saw a copycat of the corner taken quickly Origi goal during this game. Who took the corner? Who scored?
Yeah.
Ben is straight in. Jem needs something here. You can apply a little bit of logic to it.
I don't know who actually scored it. I can't remember. But I've gone for Kimmich to Musiala.
Kimmich to Musiala. Ben?
I've also gone Kimmich to Musiala.
Ooh.
Corner taken by Joshua Kimmich and finished by Jamal Musiala. 2 points each. Very
All that
good,
for you
boys.
to get the answer bang on.
2 points there, boys. Very good. Question number 3. There were plenty of shots in the game. 22 for Germany and 9 for Italy. How many saves did Germany keeper Oliver Baumann have to make? So Italy had 9 attempts, but how many saves did he make?
Right, going straight in.
Straight in.
Yeah.
Both of you. And again, you can do a little bit of deduction
So,
from this.
9 shots. 9 shots, 3 of them were goals. So that leaves us with 6.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
very
this is
good,
what he
this bloke.
does.
But how many of those shots were saved?
That's what I'm asking. That is what I am asking.
I think this might be like a bit of a red herring or something here, Joel.
Okay. Get an answer down.
All right, it's down.
Jem, what have you gone for?
I've gone for 0.
You've gone for 0. Ben?
I've also gone for 0. I've seen Joel coming a mile off.
The only shots on target for Italy were their goals. 0 is absolutely correct.
Let's
well
go.
done, boys. Try to throw you a curveball
Read
there.
you like a book.
I know
Absolutely
what you're like, Joel.
fucking walloped.
You're a tricky fella.
Boys, for the lack of points in game 2, you've done really well in game 3, and that leaves it really nicely going into on the buzzer. 6-5 to Ben. Jem, all to play for still. On the buzzer round then, guys, to finish off. 5 quick fire questions. Jem, you're only a point behind. Let's see if you can pull it back. On your buzzers, boys. Question number 1. In which stadium was the Spain versus Netherlands game played? Ben?
It's Valencia's. It's like Camp de Mesala. Camp del.
It's a very famous ground. I'm not going to give that to you, Jem.
Oh, is it called the Massillon or something?
No, it's not.
No.
The Mestalla.
Oh, that was closer.
I basically
Closest
said
wins.
that. Camp de Mestalla. I said Mesala.
You said Mo Salah.
No, I didn't. I said Mesala. Camp de Mesala.
No point. Question number 2. There were plenty of goals in the Portugal-Denmark game. What was the scoreline? Jem?
3-2 Portugal.
Incorrect.
Was it on aggregate?
No, on the night. 3.
4-1.
It was 5-2 to Portugal. I think it was 5-3 on aggregate. I think Denmark won 1-0 in the first leg. Moving to the WSL for this next one. Chelsea secured a dramatic 2-1 win away at Manchester City. Who scored their injury time winner?
I saw the disallowed goal. Was it Cuthbert? Erin Cuthbert.
Jem, that's
Yes.
really good. It was Erin Cuthbert.
Come
Diving
on.
header.
Yeah, I was going to say, I knew it was a diving header. I just couldn't picture who it was that scored it.
Very, very good. Huge goal for Chelsea in their search for a 6th successive WSL title.
Didn't
Point
they
to
play
Jem.
each other like
Bit-
3
bit- yeah.
times in 9 days?
They
Bit of
have.
revenge from the
Yeah.
Champions League defeat. Bit of a
Exactly.
win.
Exactly. 6-6 now, boys. It's going to be close. Scotland suffered an embarrassing 3-0 defeat at home to Greece, and someone scored to become Greece's youngest ever goal scorer. Who was it?
Greece's youngest ever goal scorer.
He plays in Belgium for Genk.
I genuinely have no idea.
Yeah, not good.
My Greek football knowledge is severely lacking.
Okay.
Mavropanos.
It
He's
wasn't.
not young.
It was.
Yeah, Socrates, maybe.
It was Karetsis, 17-year-old, youngest ever scorer. Unlucky, boys. That's a very difficult one. But it does lead us into the last question of the quiz with everything all square.
The drama.
The drama. This is what we live for. Staying with internationals.
Okay.
Georgia thrashed Armenia 6-1. What was the aggregate score over 2 legs? Jem?
8-2.
8-2 is incorrect. Ben for the steal.
10-1.
The correct answer was 9-1. It was 9-1.
Yeah.
Boys, it's all square. That means we go to a tiebreaker. We'll go away from the internationals for it. We'll go away from actual football for it. There was a Liverpool Legends game this weekend against Chelsea at Anfield. Score was 2-0 Liverpool, and someone scored a brace. Who was it? I think that was just Ben.
Whoa, no, it was me. 100% me.
I think it was Ben.
I think that was me.
I feel like the sound that I had was Ben.
Yeah, Peter Crouch.
That's a travesty.
It was Peter Crouch.
Come on.
Travesty. This show is a farce, honestly.
VAR in the edit, slow motion on the buzzers.
I mean, we'll put the replay in here.
It was me. It was me.
Well, talk about drama. Jem, I know you feel very hard done by, mate.
I do.
The final score is 7-6 to Ben. You are today's winner.
Right, so get in there. Come on.
No,
well done, Jem.
for the tape, no sportsmanly applause from Jem there, but that's probably fair enough, mate. Sorry about that, but genuinely, decent effort all round today.
Thanks, mate. That means nothing.
Yeah, he's a very good. He's a very good loser. Very good loser.
Ben,
Fair play, Ben.
Ben, congratulations. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. Guys, how did you get on at home? Not often that we have a particularly interesting round of fixtures in the Nations League, but hey, maybe this is the start of a beautiful new beginning, but probably not. Watch all the other content that we've got on the Football Joe channel. There's Football Behind Bars, there's the Sunday League Diaries, there's more of this stuff, and obviously the main quiz on a Saturday as well. We had Stuart Laws this weekend, really funny. That is also an England special. Go and test your knowledge over there. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Woo!